halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw complete there to Bateman. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And the Bengals are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Buying time to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Here we go. 180.
The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Open man is Uzama. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up.
Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Justin Matabike there to bring him down.
And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on third. Throw left side here, complete to Campbell. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Paris Campbell, his second touchdown on the season.
And the Bengals are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And it's now a 7-0 game.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it.
Flushed out right. And some space here. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A big play there on the scramble.
Oh, Lamar Jackson just so electric, Charles, when he gets into open space, and we saw Exhibit A right there.
You know something? I'm standing up here in the booth next to you watching the play. He buckled my ankles on that one as well. It doesn't matter whether you're actually on the field trying to chase him or you're just watching him play. This guy is sheer excitement.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
They go to Freeman again on second down.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Jackson on the give to Dobbins.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
He was able to get away earlier in the drive, but apparently all the time they put in practice finally came to the front, didn't it? They remembered their lessons and found a way to contain him when he took off on that one.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on third down. To throw is Jackson. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on fourth down here. Here's Jackson to throw. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. Now it's Jackson. He'll buy some time right. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. They'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2.
Jackson going to give this one to Edwards.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the second quarter. And this offense hoping to change that right here. Edwards.
And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
And they'll try to pound it in with Ricard.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
Patrick Ricard,
his second touchdown on the season. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Tucker with the extra point, and we are tied here in the second quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going.
And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Here's a diving catch right side.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They're looking at 3rd and the nose of the football. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go, tie ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Steps away. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Adolfo away. Just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
To dig out of here, 2nd and 17.
Another try after the first down sack. Burrow. And that falls to the ground, incomplete.
A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So it's third and long, and defensively not a real surprise there in the dive. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. There's the rookie from LSU. It's Jamar Chase. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. There'll be a pick of the 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up fourth. On fourth down, out comes the rookie fifth-round pick, Evan McPherson, for the Bengal field goal. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So on fourth down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. McPherson's kick is good.
So, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And
taken at the goal line. Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
43 is the mic, boy. 43. Check, 43.
Jackson now. Forced out to his left. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Well, we've seen Jackson already have success in the first half running the football, and he gets good yardage on the ground again there. I mean, I know it's a $64,000 question, CD, but how do they contain him better?
You have to win against the blockers ahead of you. If those guys even occupy a defender for even a half a second, then Lamar Jackson is gone. You've got to take those blockers and move them so that you have clear vision of Lamar Jackson, and hopefully you can hem him in.
And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
Let's get there. Watch 15. Watch 15. Mark 15. Watch twist.
On 2nd and 10. Jackson, looking for Andrews downfield. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals will take over here at their own 12-yard line. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. Phillips now from the end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 43 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Drops it off for Coleman. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be a second down. On the ground, it's a handoff to Coleman. Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Third down.
He'll get this to Coleman.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now Burrow. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Jalen Ferguson. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. They're going to look to throw. Looking deep downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. The Bengals bring out their punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. This is brought in at the 21.
A nice return that time of about 14 yards.
And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Now Jackson.
That's complete. Left side to Bateman.
And he's got room. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big play there on the catch and run. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Here's a give to Dobbins.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime, Minks, had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins.
And he gets the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 24. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Being chased out left. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens have retaken the lead.
Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with the touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. Phillips now from the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. The Bengals drive about to get going. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the 2nd half. They'll need to change that here.
Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters.
And the Ravens are going to take over here up near the 40.
A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. And I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Another run here with Dobbins.
And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield.
And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will have a Ravens first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
I know this game's winding down and people are getting tired, and that's when you really want a big body guy running the football. But I have to tell you, watching him run it, I wonder why they don't use him more earlier in the game.
Yeah, those bigger guys here late in the game, you're trying to protect the lead, usually not as fumble prone either.
No, that is so true because they are taught, take care of the ball as you surge forward, and you often see them with both hands wrapped around it when they go through the line.
41 yards rushing for him now to this point. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the fourth quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
And now Jackson will look to throw it. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation when they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about... Now look at this! They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. And the Bengals are right back in this football game. The Bengals drive about to get going. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this fourth quarter deficit. And this series could very well determine our outcome. Now he's going to go deep down the left side. He's got a man complete. Nifty move by Gordon. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. A big play there for Cincinnati. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Joe Mixon with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bengals on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now 17-14. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter, and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. This pass complete. Jackson finding Andrews. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
You have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
He's going deep for Brown. And this is caught inside the 5. And finally out of bounds, just a few yards short of the goal line at the 3. It's a big play there for Baltimore. They'll try to run with Dobbins. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Second and goal from the 1. One more time with Dobbins. And he's not going to push his way forward. He's going to be stopped at the 2-yard line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. This Bengal defense, they passed the first 2 tests. Now it's third and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Patrick Ricard, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens have once again taken the lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. That will make this a 4-point game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Phillips now from the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Bengals drive about to get going. They're down here in a 1-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down.
Here we go. Here we go. Big 13. Big 13. 11.
Throwing, Burrow. This one into the hands of the running back, Ballage. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
A couple of extra defensive backs in the ball game here on 3rd and 6. Burrow.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown. This game's over.
Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. Got an open man. That's Campbell. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play.
Now Burrow. Back to the same target, Campbell.
And he's brought down. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
To throw, Burrow.
That ball caught by Campbell. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Burrow. That's into a crowd and intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And the Ravens have just about sewn up this football game. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Down to a knee goes Jackson, and that should seal it.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home